Hey, mind friends, this is rich. It's the experience that is rich, in my opinion, to be able to spend my time how I wish without living under the thumb of anybody that can tell me what to do, including a boss or a banker or anybody. And there's something about the truly rich people of the world, they don't measure their wealth by their money. They measure their wealth in terms of their time. But there's a relationship between time and money. Not all money is created equal. There's one income type that makes you its slave. There's another income type that makes money your personal slave, so that you can spend your time how you wish, because the real wealth is your time. And freedom of time is always preceded by freedom of the mind, and freedom to be open to that idea, and the freedom to criticize an idea that you've had about money and time and philanthropy and freedom and all of those kinds of things, to be able to criticize whatever it is that you were taught to believe in about money and freedom and time. And people that can criticize a lifetime of really bad beliefs about time and money and philanthropy and freedom. That's what these experiences are reserved for. People that have the humility to criticize a lifelong belief in something that may not be easy to do, but it could be very easy once you realize its value that it can have over your life and your ability to positively impact other people around you. What the heck am I talking about? You might be wondering. Just think about your time. If you had to leave your job, either by force from an accident or a company merger and acquisition or an offshoring, or your own decision or somebody else's decision that they made for you, if you stopped and the money stopped coming in, would you be able to afford your bills, let alone creating experiences like this or whatever? Maybe you don't like mountains. I don't know. I love them. So this is my choice. And it's always about choice and options. But what would you like to do that you're so sick and tired of asking yourself, God, if only I had the money? Or God, if only I didn't have to ask permission from a gatekeeper known as my boss who could say yay or nay. And it's frankly none of his or her business anyway. What would you be doing if you had your time and you had the resources, the money, the freedom of the mind, which you can get freedom of the mind in an instant. You make a decision, not to be confused for a preference, which a lot of people do, but a decision to have your freedom of the mind. You can begin going down that bunny trail, that beautiful, wonderful, sometimes painful, but ultimately worthwhile bunny trail. If you're willing to have a life that is worthwhile versus an easy life, which is really an illusion, because the easy life is really the most difficult life anybody lives. But go for the worthwhile life and go down that bunny trail because you made a decision. You're going to have the fucking freedom of the mind to do it and criticize things you've believed in, certain things you believed in your whole entire life, so that you can evolve and grow into a person that has the freedom to spend your time how you wish and create experiences and pour your energy and your soul and your spirit into creating experiences and whatever that's going to look like for you. And if you don't have a big vision as to what that would look like if you had it, then you're going to be saying things like, I would, but, and then fill in the blank with whatever the story is that maybe you tell yourself, that you sell to yourself. People don't want to be sold stuff, but perhaps you've been selling yourself on crap your entire life, like I did up until the time I was about 30, 31, 32 years old. Somewhere in there I had a transition. It's worthwhile, and the easy life is really the hard life. The worthwhile life is actually the easy life. It's weird how that works. But hey, if you dig any part of this video whatsoever, if it helps you to think differently and to open yourself up to completely different, better worlds, so that you have time. I'm talking time that you actually can put your emotions where you want it to be, with people, experiences, whatever that is, instead of worrying about how the bills are going to be paid, or living underneath the thumb of somebody else who can tell you what to do, somebody who can cut you off, who doesn't give a shit about your ability to feed your family and keep the lights on at home. You want to break free from those things, then you got to get out of that kind of income, which is ordinary earned job money. And I'm not saying that to put down jobs. What if you had your job because it was pure choice, and if something happened, you'd be covered because you built up a different kind of income on the side? Now it doesn't matter about your job money. Love your job, hate your job, doesn't matter. And now you can create experiences, whatever that's going to look like for you. And now you can create the positive impact and the philanthropist's heart that wants to put more time towards this or that, but you can't because you have to give so much of your time to I don't know, earn money and be ripped off and robbed blind by the tax code, because the tax code penalizes people that work for money. That's just the way that it is. Like it, hate it, doesn't matter. It's like the tax law doesn't ask you to love it or hate it, just asks you to use it. The other type of income, not all money is created equal, passive and residual income. That's the kind that creates freedom, the complete polar opposite of job money. You want to give more, you want to have more to give, not just money, but I'm talking in terms of your time, your soul, your energy. You got a philanthropist heart, you'll never touch even the tip of the iceberg of what you're capable of giving if you're going to depend on job money. It's residual and passive income that will give you more resources. And if you want to travel like I do, if you want to do whatever it is, it doesn't even matter. You want to set the example for your kids, or you want to be able to leave your kids and generations upon generations something after your passing, passive and residual income. If you just like freedom, passive and residual money, it detaches your time completely from a paycheck. Versus job money, your time is completely attached to a paycheck. And time is finite. You can't get that back. It's gone. Money, infinite. They print it faster than you could ever make it or save it. So ultimately, if you depend on a job for money to feed yourself and your family, you're trading something that is finite and precious for something that is intrinsically worthless and infinite. That makes no sense. We'd never do that anywhere else except with money. And almost everyone who says money ain't that important, you're right. But at the same time, when you're saying money ain't that important, doesn't make you happy and all that stuff, you sell your time for it. Oh, that is so in 180 disalignment from what comes out of your mouth, from how you're spending your time, and maybe even defending it as a legitimate way to interact with money. And in my opinion, working for money, selling your time for a paycheck is the single most destructive idea in anybody's brain. And that's the state of our economy, because people still believe, most people believe it's a good idea to continue working, selling their time for a paycheck. Completely devastating, and we see it in all aspects of our country. It trickles a domino effect from the economy. It has every impact in a negative way over every aspect of our lives and our culture. So that's a perfect example of breaking away from something that maybe you've always believed in because it's all you've been taught. Learn about residual and passive income. That's what I teach. And it took me a couple years, 2.5 years of working in my precious minutes of spare time to build up a passive income residually so that I could fire my boss, my choice. I didn't have to. That's the beautiful thing. It's a choice. Fire my boss, break away from living underneath the thumb of anybody that could tell me what to do. I can create experiences like this, my leisure. I can give more, and I do. I can be more of a philanthropist versus just wishful thinking. And my time is totally detached from money. How about that? That's freedom. Everyone says money isn't important, all the while they're a slave to money. It makes no sense whatsoever. So become an expert in residual and passive income and have the freedom of the mind and the humility to, I don't care if you agree or disagree with me, let it change the way you think and to start, evolving as I'm going to continue to evolve. I love evolving. I really do, and I hope you do too. So I don't say any of this to offend anybody, but to help you, if you're open to it, evolve. And if you are interested in what I'm doing, I teach passive and residual income. I love growing healthy, rich people. Healthy, rich people. Rich in terms of their time, with the relationship between time and money, because not all money is created equal. If that turns you on, you want to see what I'm doing, what I'm teaching, let me know. I'll share a video with you that I made about it. I call it my 30 Days to Profit and Repeat group. Ask me for it. I'll send it to you. If you dig it, we can do it. And if you don't dig it, then be on the search until you find something that you do like that is residual and passive, and live a wonderful free life so that you can focus on creating experiences rather than worry about the money and this perpetual hamster wheel of selling your time for money. When you stop, the money stops, and then you're up shit creek without a paddle. Residual and passive is where it's at. All right, I'll hear from quite a few of you real soon. I gotta go, the sun is going down, so I gotta jet. I'll give a quick panoramic of where I'm at, because to me, this is a rich experience. What would your rich experience look like? When you're free, you get to decide what it looks like. If it's a weak vision, you will be pushed around by your circumstances your whole life. So make your vision much stronger than your circumstances, including the mystery of the unknown circumstance that's going to pop up tomorrow, the tough phone call. Make your vision so big that you will always be pulled by your vision, or you will be pushed around by your circumstances like a rag doll. So build that vision and connect with me if you want to know about my profit group. Bye for now, everyone. I'll hear from some of you, or a lot of you, real soon. Take care. Bye for now.